Hello guys, welcome aboard for another Starbase ship showcase. Today I'll be showcasing the Sardine II by Schlimpils over at the SSC. Now, today we'll be going over this little mining ship. It comes with 84 ore crates, 6 million propellant. It has 2 mining lasers in the front here, and then an ore collector, and on the other side it has the navigation module for our little ISAN setup, ISAN motto setup. On the back here, we've got a number of box thrusters, some radiators, and a whole load of maneuvering thrusters to complement the rear of the ship. We can see that it's structurally stable with a good beam design in here, and towards the front, we have a pretty unique design. He's worked with these angle beams to get, well, some nice angles. Oh man, and this ship is pretty simplistic, but it does have quite a few nice features, so let's go ahead and get into those. So if we look here towards the cockpit, like I had mentioned, we have that ISAN mono set up. We've got the propellant tanks behind the seat here, as well as some YOLO chips. It's got some pretty nifty features. Let me hop out actually and show you this. It's got this little slit here, and all of the ship's features operate out of this little window here. The mining lasers, the ore collector, and then if we look right in here, we've got the asteroid avoidance system. So let's go ahead and hop in the cockpit seat. Now here's your panel, and it's pretty minimalistic. We've got all the information you would ever need to know right here in front of you. It doesn't take a long time to look at it and get a feel for it. But here we have the cockpit button, and this just brings this glass canopy down and emerges really well on top of the ship here. Right here we've got the transponder button, and this is pretty neat because it's a smart transponder. So if you're inside the safe zone, your transponder just stays on. But if you leave the safe zone, it pulses at, I believe, a 2-second pulse. Let's just go ahead and get that cockpit back open. We've got the standard cruise button. We've got our mining mode here, ore collector, and then here we have our turtle mode. So if we go ahead and turn our mining mode on, I want to hop out and show you guys this setup here. So number one, the mining lasers will track you, but the second thing that the mining lasers do is that they try to conserve battery power, so they pulse. But this is an incredibly quick pulse. Usually I don't see the pulsing mining lasers work this fast, so that's pretty neat. We can see that it tracks really well. Alright, nice. Of course, you guys got to see that in action at the beginning of the video. We activate our asteroid avoidance. Look at that. How neat is that? All of this, everything in this ship operates through this little window here. That is super neat. And let's look at that. If we get closer here, we can see that the asteroid avoidance system is actually scanning, and that's because what we don't have is the rangefinders plastered all over the front here. That way we get to keep our good looking design here, but we still don't hit asteroids. So what he has done is he's went in and incorporated this scanning feature, so hopefully it will scan any asteroids ahead of you, both from the top and bottom of the ship. And then right here, while I'm over here, we've got the Sardine logo. Nice. Alright, so let's hop back in the ship here. Let's turn this off, and we can see that super neat. All these rangefinders rotate up and down to get out of the way of the mining laser. If we hit this switch here, whoop, I can get out of here. If we hit that switch there, let me do it on the other side, might have a tad bit more light. we've got our fuel rod slots. Now the fuel rod slots on the left are the ones that are in the generators, and on the right is your spare fuel rods. So that's pretty neat. And then what's even cooler is this door that opens. It has this nice panel here with the readouts of each of the fuel rates, and then of course I believe this is probably flow in and flow out by the looks of it. So transfer fuel maybe. Neat. I like it. To touch on the front panel design again, you can notice that there's not hardly any bolts at all, and it's one of our company members that's actually been going around and doing this, Biospug. I'd like to shout him out in this video because in the last ship showcase he did the boltless cockpit for that too, and I failed to mention that, so I wanted to make sure to mention it in this video. And I believe Schlempels went in and took inspiration from Biospug to make this cockpit panel here just look really, really sleek. Not hardly any bolts. You can see a few up here, but they're just the studs, and of course on the big buttons here they're non-existent, so it's a really sleek design here on the cockpit. And then of course we've got the ISAN panel up there that looks really nice as well. Can't hardly even see the studs. I never noticed them until I looked really close. Super neat. Overall, it's a pretty doggone unique ship. We've got the good beamwork through here, and then up towards the front we've got the really sleek design, and this is pretty unique. What I haven't seen anyone try to do yet is operate everything through such a narrow window. Usually when people have mining lasers and asteroid avoidance system, we've got the rangefinders all over the front, we've got the mining lasers sticking out on the front as well, but this is just, I mean, if you were someone who didn't know about this ship, you wouldn't even know it mined or had asteroid avoidance, really. It's all hidden. Super, super cool design. It's really neat, I like it. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop in the cockpit here, and we'll do our maneuvering tests. We can see that the pitch is fantastic, super smooth. The roll, still pretty good. I like it. Now let's check out the yaw. Seems to be the same speed as the roll. Fast enough. Alright, so in terms of speed, the ship goes 120 meters a second empty, and then half full of crates it goes 84 meters a second, and full it goes 67 meters a second. Now, to get to the final thoughts here, the ship is super, super cool. It has a unique design on the front here. Nobody's that I've seen has ever tried to do this with a little window and operating everything through it. So that's super cool. It does come with the scanning asteroid avoidance, which I can't say that I've seen that before either. So that's one thing to note. It's cheap. It's really, really cheap. And really the only thing that I could see that could be improved upon is the speed. It is a little slow, but for how cheap it is, it doesn't take it down, you know. It's still a fantastic ship. I've really enjoyed flying it and testing it out, mining with it. It's a neat little ship. And I want to throw in here, I know that Schlempels does do company offers, so this would make a good handout ship if you're looking for a ship to hand out to your newer members of your company. Come on over and talk with him, because he'll probably cut you a deal and get you a company blueprint. It's a cheap ship to hand out. It works really well. It comes with all the typical bells and whistles like your asteroid avoidance system, and of course the auto ranging mining lasers, so that's cool. But yeah, overall, really cool ship. I enjoyed showcasing it. Again, super unique design. Works really well. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below what you'd like to see next. I'll catch you guys next time.